Hey Tom, Gilbert, my name is Alex Soto and I'm a wastewater quality inspector. So, as we all know, this year has been a roller coaster with this pandemic.
Everything that's been thrown at us this year, the pandemic, social equality movement, divisiveness.
Many of us have had to adjust this year to working remotely from home.
To top it all off, my 3 kids got to do some homeschooling with me, which I will admit I am not very good at.
Trying to adapt to becoming a teacher for my daughter who is in 1st grade. Props to all the teachers out there, by the way.
As a classroom teacher, I would say that our greatest challenge has been the unpredictability we faced as a collective group.
Just like everyone else, we couldn't get out and be with our family the way we really wanted to.
Most of my family still lives on the East Coast, so I've definitely missed being able to fly back when I want to visit, to connect.
And so the way to solve all of these problems was a heavy dose of humility and patience.
Flexibility and agility and communication were the 3 things that my team did amazingly.
In the long run, it's made it a whole new way for us to do our jobs.
Rava, Dina, Faz, and Zaim.
My name is Sharuk and I live in Gilbert with my big family. All right, so now you can log in to your Zoom. 2020 came with its challenges for sure, you know, the biggest being COVID-19, but I think it's been really challenging to keep your parents entertained or your kids entertained. It started off like, okay, now we can kind of settle down and have any social events to go to. Work was from home, so we all kind of really use that time to sink in and connect and reconnect. And now 1,000 recipes later and 1,000 TikToks later, we're like, what now? And all the kids' homework is submitted on everything already?
Yeah.
We're done with that? Okay, great. Being a working mom and not being available, even if being home, because the kids see you, but you can't help them in that minute. That's definitely been challenging. Do you want to take out your Boxcar Children book? And we found a few silver linings. We were able to get into our hobbies, you know, renovations or woodworking and random projects, to finally sit down and give time to whatever we've been putting off in the back burner for ourselves. Try again. We have been living here for about 8 years. I can speak for my neighbors, and the community that we've built together is like, if someone knows that, you know, we're cooking a certain thing or that we're celebrating a religious holiday that might not apply to them, they'll call us up or they'll text us and they'll tease us, whatever you're cooking, we better get some, you know? So that life that we've created here means the world to us. Just the whole community, you know, and our kids have played hide and seek across the street on their driveways and hide behind the cars. Kids are so resilient, and you know, our communities are so resilient because there's so much love. That's what it is.
One of the things that stands out the most for us here at Garage East is the love and support that we got from the community.
Having a new business in itself is just a scary thing by itself, and then throwing in all the craziness that has ensued us this year is even more so to add to that.
Just recently, we received the COVID-19 relief grant for small businesses from the town of Gilbert. Also, too, the tremendous amount of support from Gilbert residents coming out to support our small family-owned businesses has been breathtaking.
The town has been so good to us. Just really felt supported by the town throughout all of this, which has really been comforting for us getting through this, because none of this has been easy.
Not Your Typical Deli was founded in 2016 with the purpose of employing adults with developmental disabilities. When the pandemic did hit, that caused a whole lot more obstacles for us to overcome. When it first started, nobody really had any answers. We didn't know really where to turn or really what to do. That affected our special needs community big time.
Nothing like this has ever happened in my life. I haven't lived through a pandemic, so I was worried if I or anyone I knew was gonna catch it.
We have put a lot of safety protocols in place to protect the public and our staff. We've increased our online ordering. We went from 15 tables to 4 tables. We expanded our patio dining, so we had a safe environment for people to eat outside, getting a food truck and taking it mobile. Town of Gilbert has been absolutely amazing in supporting us and being there for questions be answered. Things are opening up a little bit more now and we're doing much better, but it's still pretty significant as far as our sales dropping and stuff, and we're still slowly bringing our staff back.
I was pretty nervous when I first got back. It took a while to readjust, but I did adjust, and yeah, I feel good to be back.
I've been a nurse for 14 years, and I've experienced this level of teamwork very rarely in my career. The job itself is incredibly difficult. It's one of the toughest jobs I've done as a nurse. We are a progressive care unit, which means it's a step-down unit directly below the ICU. So we're kind of that gateway between the medical surgical floors and the ICU. The biggest challenges initially were that we had so many unknowns, and there were a lot of situations where we were kind of isolated. I mean, being in the medical career field, you are that first line of defense. We were seeing a fairly large number of the COVID patients. We were one of the first facilities to be getting them, and we ended up isolating our unit specifically for COVID patients or patients that were being ruled out for COVID. In medicine, you have a sense of resiliency. You see a lot of things from your patients and the resiliency that they display. I mean, they go through some of the most difficult and tragic life situations, and you see them continue to push forward.
9, 10. Good job.
We really saw the Gilbert community come together. The Gilbert police came by and welcomed us to work one shift, and they were outside for the night shift, honking and having drive-bys. So feeling that sense of community and the support from Gilbert was really an amazing thing to have. To focus on all the things that did go well during 2020 and the things that we can improve or the lessons that we've learned moving forward is the best way to focus going forward from here. I grew up with a mentality that even in the toughest situations, you just keep moving forward. So look to the future and what you want the future to be, and just keep working towards that, and it'll come to pass.
The biggest challenge that I've faced this past year is just becoming a cop during civil unrest and a global pandemic. I never would have imagined that this is how I would start my career in law enforcement.
I do believe the world is a good place, and I know this is just temporary.
It was great that our community still wanted to communicate with us, and we had great Gilbert Talk sessions and Gilbert Listen sessions and different opportunities that we were a part of as a police department to really listen to our community and what they wanted to hear from us and about us.
We have a very, very good community that's been there and been nothing but supportive, which we definitely appreciate.
I'm Mike Solberg, Chief of Police for Gilbert Police Department. It's been a crazy year. It's been a very long year. But 2020 has challenged us, but our department's done a great job of stepping up. When the COVID pandemic hit, we sent a quarter of our people home to work from home. We've had to adjust to some of the new emergency orders and the ordinances of wearing masks and businesses being closed. And in this type of environment, it's added pressure for the police department because the responsibility for education and enforcement fell on our shoulders. As we were getting through the COVID pandemic in end of May with the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, obviously that changed everything for us. And we had a lot of protests and a lot of social justice movements, and we had a lot of conversations, not only internal, but with the community. It has really changed the environment, not only in Gilbert, but nationally. We've had quarterly community meetings, and we've had different focus groups. We've worked with the schools, and we will continue to do that. And we will continue to look for opportunities to reach out and be responsive and listen. And we also got to look in the mirror and see if there's ways we can improve. How can we as a town work together to make sure that everyone feels welcome here? When we talk about police officers, there's hundreds of others that are making sure behind the scenes between our dispatchers and our records and our detention officers that there's a lot that goes into keeping our community safe. What gives me hope is our people, not only our employees, but also the community. Be proud of what we have and continue to work on making it better.
This was our centennial year. It wasn't much of a centennial year, and we certainly didn't get to celebrate it, this milestone, in the manner that we had planned to, or this community deserves to. But when I look forward to 2021, I'm excited by all of the opportunity that's going to be before us. We see the light at the end of the tunnel growing brighter with this pandemic and vaccines that are on their way. And I look forward to next year being the first year of the next 100 years of Gilbert's history and writing the next chapter in that book with each of you.
Whether it's been our residents in the community, the businesses, the employees of the town of Gilbert, we've faced many challenges during this year. And the thing that I'm most impressed with is what we've seen so much innovation. There have been solutions and collaborations like there's never been before in the town of Gilbert so we could get through this difficult time. And I'm so proud of what everyone has been able to do. It truly exemplifies why Gilbert is such a special place, why we win so many awards for being the best of this and best of that, because of its people that live here in the town and make it a great place to live. Thank you very much, and I look forward to a new year.
It's not our first rodeo. It's not the first thing that's happened to us. And it isn't the worst thing that's happened to us.
We're still connected, and that gives me hope.
The recognition inside all of us of our common humanity, that we need to progress together for the goodness of everyone.
People are ready to have hard conversations. People are ready to try and understand the experiences of someone else.
I believe that we're all gonna get out of this together as a team, and with us looking after one another, we're gonna be all right.
We've proven that time and time again throughout history. No matter what is thrown at us, we handle it, and we handle it together.
It's amazing to me that we can continue to do that despite the challenges that we've all faced this year. So here's looking to 2021.